Hey everybody, happy Monday, welcome. It's running from place to place. Welcome to Agents Who Win Coaching with Daniel Betancourt and Todd Schroth Monday mornings. We are excited to be here. It is May. We are ready to crush this month. We've got some great ideas for you, great tips and tricks. And Daniel, let's bring the heat.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, Todd. Today we're going to be talking about videos that us as agents, we all should be doing. So first and foremost, we should all be doing video. If you're not doing video, what are you waiting for? A lot of agents are afraid to do video because they're afraid of how they look on camera. Customers are going to see you anyway, so you're going to have to get over that. And it's really what you need to excel your business in today's market. Customers who are out there looking online, they're finding agents who are on video. They're choosing ones that they feel comfortable working with, and they get to virtually meet you before you meet them. So you need to be doing video for sure. Today, we're going to be talking about videos, specifically which videos we should be doing as agents.
You know, I love the, I got to interject on that for a second. The fact that people don't like how they look or sound on video. So that means you don't like how you look or sound personally. And it's just a matter of getting out and doing it. And if you stumble, guess what? It becomes a blooper, and people find comedy in that and let them laugh with you instead of at you. That's the best thing. Just do it, because it's taken me a long time just to get what we're doing here.
And if you don't like the way you speak, choose an accent and work on it and practice it, and it'll become automatic.
Yeah.
Very good. So the first video that we should all be doing is a market update. Letting our sphere know what's going on in the market, letting them know the pros of what's happening in the market. I like to keep things positive, just notify a little bit about any challenges, but keep things always encouraging, enticing, and positive. What do you do, Todd?
I like to do, so when you talk about doing market update videos, it can dive into you could talk about the national markets, the local markets, your community market, what's going on there. You want to update the stats. If you want to look at how many pending, solds, actives there are, what's the attrition rate to what you have going on. You've got 4 active to 20 pending to 32 sold. You can go 30, 60, 90, 6 months back. You can dive into just neighborhood updates, and you want to do those on Facebook Live. And if you're doing them there, do it inside the community, like in front of the community sign, so people know you're local. And share your videos to the community pages so people can see what's there. It'll drive a lot more attention, and it'll get you more locally known.
Right. I would say keep it specific too, because Central Florida is a big place, and not everybody will be interested in what's going on nationally or even in Central Florida. So it's great to get specific with communities. You can commute Wekiva, for example, where you are, Winter Garden. Or you can even go micro from there and certain subdivisions. So keep it relevant for sure. Next one on the list is educational videos, and keep them lighthearted, and also help buyers, sellers navigate the market, help agents navigate the challenges that they're dealing with. Educational videos we should all be doing.
I think it's to add a little funny to that is do some clips or talk about the lines that are outside of houses. Buyer calls you at 4:00, bids are due by 7. How fast can I get into the house? And you're trying to squeeze your way into the properties. I swear one lady was in her jumper from getting out of the pool from a house I was showing last night. And I was just coming from the pool as well, but I at least put on a baseball cap and some regular clothes. But I swear it was just everybody was there was a line outside this house yesterday. So it was just, and the buyer, typical, calls me at 4:00. Talk about those in a video, or even film some of that to create a little reel.
Some agents are doing really funny videos just based on, what things we're dealing with in the market. Did you see that music video?
That Sean and then put out.
That was pretty funny also, just talking about prices and multiple offers and all that craziness. But keep it lighthearted, something like that gets tons of views.
And he's recycling. So number 3 we've got, I don't know, we lost you for a second, but number 3 we've got is interview local professionals. That's going to come down to, I kind of wanted to talk on school leaders, county leaders, your lenders, other agents in the market where you're at, what they're seeing. or local businesses, just that are coming back around, and see how they're surviving and thriving in today's economy.
Right. Yeah. Contractors. It's a way also to give back to your sphere. So if you have customers that are working with you on a regular basis and you want to give back to them, you can highlight them, create a video about their business if it's relevant to what you do. That's a way to support your sphere. And at the same time, you're sharing with the public some important information that you're going to cover in those videos.
I think it's a great partner video too. So your trusted resources, use all of them and put them in a weekly video to your downline, to your database.
Right. Event invite videos. So you probably do a ton of these, but create videos, create events, have events. That's one way to keep your sphere working with you on a regular basis, and also adding people to your sphere and your just your sphere of influence, showing the culture that your team has and what you promote out there.
All of our events, we usually have a professional videographer there to highlight the 3 hours and break it down into a 3-minute reel when it's done, to send out as a thank you to everybody. And it's, that is a big thing for us. It was nice to finally start doing events again this year, doing our Easter thing before. I know you've got something coming up, which is going to be pretty cool. And it's video on BombBomb to, introduce the event or stuff, out to your database as well.
One more reason just to connect with your sphere of influence. Yeah. Next one is community videos highlighting community events, community points of interest. I've seen you, do a few videos on site, where you're visiting a local business and talking with the business owner. Those are great, but people who are new to the area, they really rely on those videos, and they're evergreen. They stay on YouTube and they just keep working for you.
When we were on the boat a few weeks ago, you did a video out on the water about just the market or waterfront. And I think one of the things you made was, hey, if you have questions about pretty much every boat ramp from Daytona to St. Pete, let me know. I've got every location because I probably used them. So right. Just like highlighting certain things about, a topic that you have.
Right, which leads us to number 6, which is personal interest videos. So we're not just like these business robots and these business machines. Customers really relate to what our real personality is. Our personality as realtors, it's a lifestyle, but we should have some other dimensions to our personality. So to spin off of what Todd just said, I love boating. So I've done several videos out there while on the boat. I've done videos about my boat and about boating and different things. And, so it's really important. Other people are into gardening, whatever your hobby is, do some personal interest videos with that. I see Todd does a lot of videos with his son's baseball team. So people can connect with that. We're family oriented. We like boating. We love our families.
Yeah, just talk about the things you have going on. I mean, if like I wrote when we were writing the topics out, I put down local boat ramps, which you talked about, the baseball parks, just like that's our interest. The volleyball that what my daughter's doing, new wineries that are opening, or a brewery that just came to town. Mm-hmm. Those are just simple things you can kind of highlight on.
That's a cool one. We should do a weekly video on the breweries, local breweries.
That'd be perfect.
Brilliant.
Yes, good thing for the show. We got an idea now. Fridays at 12.
And create a weekly video series like the one that we're on right now. Weekly video series. You have to be systematic. It's too easy to make a video and then procrastinate. You forget about it. I'll do it next week. I'll do it tomorrow. It's too cloudy. It's whatever. Just commit to a certain day of the week and a certain time and just meet that commitment. It's not always going to be perfect, but the fact that you're doing it systematically, you're going to keep getting better at it, and it's going to be reliable content, and it's going to get you in the frame of mind to time block these things that should be a priority to any realtor.
I mean, we're doing this weekly series, and this is literally 10:30 every Monday. We have this going on. My Friday show at 11. It is every Friday. We do take a random break, but it's, we're very consistent with doing these, and that's what you got to do so people get to recognize that you create a following and really push yourself out there. And keep them short and sweet. This is between 10 and 20 minutes, depending on the topics we have. My Fridays between half an hour to an hour, depending on the guest speaker that we have going on. And, you want to keep the audience engaged and have the market out there.
Yeah. So those are the top 7. Do you have any more that you want to add to that?
I think we got it. We'll do another top 7 next week maybe, but I think these are a good highlight to work off of for what we got here.
I wanted to touch on some of the bonus question or two. I don't know if you got any over the last week. Let's see. We had one that was how someone was asking how to address a seller if the square footage on the house doesn't match what public records indicates.
That's a great one. So my thought on that would be, was it permitted? Was it a back porch enclosure? Because there was 2 of them this weekend that we were looking at that both had back porch enclosures. One looked like it was all vinyl windows all the way around, and they were calling it heated square footage.
Right.
And the second one was actually professionally done, added on. But the tax rolls were different than what the county had. Obviously, if the square footage is lower, it keeps your taxes lower. But you want to make sure it's true square footage, because sometimes the appraisers will be like, well, that's a back porch, so we're not going to include that. So now my 2,000 square foot house is being comped out at 1,500 square feet. So you want to know exactly how it was done, who did it, was permits pulled, and was it done properly?
Right. And the MLS, our MLS anyway, has a spot on there like, where did you get your information from, right? So it'll say from an appraisal. I've had appraisal square footage not match what public records say. I've seen floor plans from the builder square footage not match what public records say. So there is often a discrepancy between square footage. So MLS allows you to disclose where you got your information from. And I think one of the options is seller provided, isn't it?
Yeah, owner provided. It's funny because I had one where the owner, or we got the square footage, and the appraisal came back, I don't know, it was off by like 100 square feet or something.
Right.
And the buyer was challenging it. And then had the appraiser go back out, and he measured the same wall 3 different times, 3 different measurements. And I'm like, and it finally became a 50 square foot difference. And this buyer was still complaining that he was paying $2,200, for a 2,200 square foot house, and he's only buying a 2,150 square foot house. I'm like, can I show you the history of all these listings that show they're different? So it's go ahead.
What I've seen them measure is just the exterior also, just the corner to corner. But just to add one little beneficial tip to that is, if you're working with investors or you have a seller that remodels, and you can give them pointers on how to add square footage to their home without like increasing the footprint. I helped a seller last year with a flip who the laundry area was in the garage, but it was total, way large enough where he could enclose it into interior square footage. And that would have given him an extra about 120 square feet. And that's what he did. And, you're selling a house for 200 square feet. I mean, $200 per square foot, it adds up. So, he reframed it and turned it into interior as part of the flip and remodel, and got it all permitted properly. And he didn't have to change the footprint, but he added 120 square feet times $200 per square foot, money in the bank.
I think even if you're not basing off the total price per square foot there, you're adding a lot of value with that, because I'd rather have an interior laundry room than one in the garage.
Yes.
And it adds to more living space, storage, etc. That you can use. So good idea there.
Yeah. Well, that's it for today.
Okay. Appreciate everyone. Tune in Friday. We've got our guest speaker, Lawrence Eisler with Mortgage, coming on, talking about what's going on in the markets, rates, and all the other good stuff. So we will see you guys on Friday. Have a great one. If
you have any questions you want to submit to us, just message either one of us. We'd love to feature your question on next Monday's episode.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
See y'all.
See ya.